Hello, lovely people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Today, I am in mood for not many reviews. I actually have uploaded two. Like before this, I have done one Hugo Boss fragrance, which I'm going to upload with this and a list before. But I wanted to do another, maybe a fragrance review, but a little bit feeling, in not in mood. So yeah, I do feel that I want to talk about something else about life. You guys, some of you love morning thoughts. So this is morning, legit morning, 4 a.m. here, and I am doing this video from my life lessons and stuff. So I like to share with you like how people do not sometimes appreciate or learn to respect you as you respect them. So why is it so important to because in life is very short and our time is short. We associate with people, obviously we get to meet people, and we get to know them, and then sometimes they become our friends and they take a significant amount of our time. And it's okay if they are good people, loyal people, nice, respectable people. It's a blessing to have friends like that. I do have few friends like that, but I will not claim I have huge number of friends. I have a lot of well wishers, I know that, but I speak to very very few people, and I do share with few people. But this wasn't me. I am now 43, but in my life I think I have been very naive. Okay, and I would like to share these stories with you, so that you can maybe hear and then relate, because maybe you have suffered in the same way. But I would like to share a few things with you, like why human beings are sometimes the worst nightmares, even though they are supposed to be our most intelligent creatures on planet, right? But humans can be a little bit different species. Like, you think a tiger is scary, you think like a man-eater is scary, or a vampire is a scary thing, or a ghost is a bad thing that you're going to be scared of. So like how do I put this? I want to start somewhere, but yeah, but I feel, in my humble opinion, human beings sometimes can be the most scary thing on this planet. How so? You just think of your life. Okay, let's say you are growing up, of course, as childhood. In your childhood you'll have a lot of school friends, and that time you're all children, you didn't have that much of maturity, or you didn't have so much of understanding, you did not have experience, so you can make a lot of mistakes. You can say, hurt someone, bully someone, call someone by their name, like name calling, shame them. These are mistakes sometimes we did also, we have been also victim of. Like, we have been I'm not going to say I bullied people, but intentionally I never bullied anybody, but I got bullied in my childhood a lot. Like so many of my friends, they were like rich kids, so they would never be friends with us because we are middle class. And some people were like, some of our students were meritorious, they are good students, so they would look down upon us like, hey, these guys are like back in the backbenchers, we don't respect them. And they would always talk as if like they're superior. So when you grow up, the saddest thing is we know that people are treating us like that, but we smile like, hey, because to cover our embarrassment. Actually it's them who are not nice, but we are the one who are feeling guilty, or like, hey, maybe I should not react, or should not like pretend that I have seen it, right? So that is one part. But when you grow up, when you hit maturity, people learn a lot of things when they hit 18 years old, right? Adulthood. At that point you're still young, you still make mistakes. In whole life you make mistakes until 30s, I think. And after 30s, whatever mistake you make are sins, in my humble opinion. Even 35, I would say up to 35, because after 35 you start seeing adulthood properly. You take responsibilities, you start working, you have to pay bills, and then you learn a lot of things. But slowly you understand that few things. You understand that not everybody is a friend. Okay, and you have seen their side, like when you are happening, you have money, you host people, or you be nice to them, or you did things for them. People are plenty nice to you. If you do things for people, people will always be nice. But it's the time when you actually are in need, or you need help, someone is attacking you and you're in danger or something, trouble, that's the only time you'll see real friends show up. And only few friends stand next to you, try to protect you or help you. And you'll see many unexpected figures to turn up, and you'd never actually talk to them or be nice to them, but these are the people who will be standing next to you. And your so-called friends will actually stay in safe distance and enjoy you suffer, and just keep quiet. Either they enjoy or they keep quiet, they pretend like they don't see, they just go blind. So these kind of friends, I will humbly urge to you, if you have such friends who never showed up during your bad times, or let's say not financial, maybe you have gone through some sort of trouble or danger or something that's bothering you, but you did not find them during your depression time, during your sad times, and these people claim that they are your friends. They always come ask you personal questions, they want to know so many things about you, but you know nothing about them. You see, this is a very dangerous situation. I'm not talking about fragrances here. Yes, I'm talking about our community. I met people, but in general, people are very curious about your life, but they don't share anything with you. So they know everything about you while you know nothing about them. And then some of your friends, I believe in evil eye. Okay, like people give you evil eye. They get jealous. They feel bad, and when they see you a little bit happy or something is good happening with you, they pretend like they're happy for you, but they're not. These are all negative talks, but these are true reality of life. This is what taught me, because nowadays I choose to live far from people. I like my privacy. I even moved away from my own family because, peace of mind is important. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, or what I'm doing is I feel or I know with certainty that it's all right. Maybe wrong. Maybe you should be able to compromise, negotiate, and learn to coexist. But at times, when you see a lot of injustice happening, and you feel inside that you are being mistreated or not treated fairly, you rather take yourself away from places where you are insulted or not valued. So this is what I believe. Some of you said you are very old, you should have done this by now. I always say better late than never. You have to learn to embrace life rather than trying to force, like sometimes we try to force, like we need to achieve it. And I have to do anything at any cost. I have to achieve it. Maybe it's not in your best interest that God decide. God knows best. And sometimes we don't feel it that way because we want something, we don't get it, we feel disappointed. Hey God, you didn't help me. I did not get it. What's wrong? We are humans, right? We have very limited capacity. But even if you don't believe in God, this, right? If you're living here from point A to point Z, like when you're born until the last day, you keep learning. There's no end to learning. There's something new you always see. And that's why they say life is more stranger than fiction, right? Fiction. So I have seen it firsthand, and a lot of things taught me a lot of things, a lot of things taught me a lot of things, but a lot of incidents taught me a lot. Okay. I was a different person in my 20s, in my 30s, and now I used to be so nice. And I like to say it with so much pride. Means I used to love everybody. I used to love socializing. I used to love gathering. I used to love making new friends, share with them, like I was a free spirit, and I wanted to build communities. I wanted to arrange programs, even so people will be happy enjoying a day, let's say cricket match or a event or a cultural show, so people would come, like a food festival. This is something I used to do. And when I came to Bangladesh 2016, I was in my 30s, and I still wanted to build a community. Like there was already community, but I wanted to see people talking about perfumes, like fragrances. I wanted people to know each other. I used to connect sellers and buyers, many members. What sad thing was, when I connected people, those are the people who joined together and came after me, and they hated on me, spoke behind me. Not everybody, but majority of them. And they sometimes had an issue with me when I did nothing to them. If I did ever anything bad to someone, I understand they have a thing that they don't like me, but sometimes people are weird. They just don't like you suddenly. They just don't like your face. They just don't appreciate your work. So this is, I'm saying, from my life. So you will have plenty of people in your lives, in your life, that you might think they are happy for you, happy for your success or family. Maybe you have a wonderful wife, and some people will like always think like, hey, he doesn't deserve that good life. He doesn't deserve a good wife or pretty wife or nice children or family or success. He's driving a nice SUV. It's just so unfair. This, when people have sadness inside them, these are the people who did nothing with their lives. Okay, they are not successful, and they always burn seeing other people. This is how evil eye works. And you feel sad. In our religion, we know that when people feel sad, it's automatically sort of like becomes like, comes to you as a, like a curse, like maybe you're showing off or something. That's why I say maybe you should not show off. Sometimes we don't have the intention to show off, but we just want to share. Let's say I bought a new car, or maybe I moved to a new place. I would like to share my happiness with you. It's not my intention to show off, hey, look, man, my place is so much better than you. I'm not presenting it like that. People see it differently. So the lot of people, in life, they are harming you. Actually, you think they are your friends, but they are harming you. They're hurting you. And it's better you be not so naive and try to see people's expression when you say something. Let's say you are in conversation, some people, they think they are just too smart, they are way smarter than you, and they just think they are smart, the rest of them are dumb, but when you actually become a little bit smart and you see their expression, you can tell sometimes people are not really who they are. Their expressions tell a lot, their eyes speak a lot, because eyes are sort of like your, people. If you read people through their eyes, you can read a lot of things if you have, open mind. And nowadays I study people a lot. When people say something, I hear, but I try to process it. If I cannot process anything, I just give them benefit of a doubt. And what I do is I see their action. If one, two, three, four actions match their word, and they actually are loyal, they are nice, and they keep their word, they can still respect you, I consider them to be my friend, but I still maintain sort of a distance. I don't share everything with them, because when you share everything, let's say with someone new, you do not know them, you don't know them enough, and you later you'll see these stories are shared somewhere else, and this is the only person you shared it with, he sort of backstabbed you. This happens a lot, so be careful what you share with. Sometimes you feel like you want to take it out, okay, you want to, feel free or lighter, and you share a few things with them, and these things will be coming back to you as sort of like your worst nightmares. Okay, so yeah, I mean, people are kind of dangerous, so some of you say like, I don't have huge community. I do have blessing of a lot of people, but I'm scared to socialize with them, because first of all, when you socialize, it takes a lot of time, takes up a lot of your time, money also. You have to go, and most of the time people don't reach out to their pockets, you have to pay for their bills. I don't like that. I like to share. If someone paid for me once, I pay for them next time. So this is what I feel, that you should not take free meals, you should not take free favors, and should not do free riding, and you have to have some self-respect. If you don't have that, you're gonna be in trouble. People one day will insult you. Let's say you took a favor from someone and they just gave you a gift. Okay, later one day, one fine day, they may say that I need you to do this. They give you an order, and that point you have to carry on with that order, because you are weak. You have, let's say, taken something, a favor from someone. At that point, even if you are at inconvenience, you still have to listen to them. And that point you'll realize one thing, that you may have made a mistake in the past. So these are the people, not everybody does that. If someone is nice to you, if someone invites you, treats you, sometimes they just do it as their nice gesture. But some people do these things as a favor to you. Later they realize, like, they want to take advantage of it. Let's say they spend $5 on you. Later they'll take advantage of $100, and you cannot say no, because you were the hand that took. So try not to take favors from people. Okay, very, very important. If you ever do, return the favor immediately or at some point, so you're not indebted. Okay, means like you're not in debt. That is one thing. Next thing I would say, that don't let people like step on your in your personal space. Like, don't let them comment on your life, your family, or your whatever you do, your work. Like, they don't have a right. Okay, sometimes you hear comments that are like demeaning, like hurtful, and they try to make joke or something, but they actually insulted you to make fun. That's not okay. You felt hurt, do not smile, just let them know that you didn't like it. I do let people that I did not like your joke, I did not like the way you passed a comment just so casually, and just try to demean, like, or insult me. It's not okay, because I treat you with utmost respect. If I never hurt you, if I never showed you any disrespect, why you do that to me? Because you feel it's okay, you can take advantage and you can disrespect me. People need to know their borders, they need to know their limits. Okay, and I'm not saying that you have to be arrogant, BS, T, but you have to be a little bit arrogant. Okay, you cannot be nice to people, because because people don't appreciate that we cannot have nice things in life. We cannot have anything nice going on for a very long time. Everything has to be ruined, and people ruin it. Okay, so today's topic, I just wanted to emphasize on this. Like, a lot of people, they have been leaving bad, impact in our lives, and it really bothers us. And in childhood, maybe I remember one teacher was in my school time. He was very unfair. He hit me once in my face because I was late to school, and actually I had a injury at my leg. I had just received stitches. I had high fever. And that teacher didn't hear anything. He's like, this is the last day of school. And then, you just think you can come. You just stand there. He gave me punishment. I usually respect my teachers, but nowadays I follow this. If you respect me, I respect you. If you don't respect me, screw you. Okay, simple. It's very simple. I don't respect people who don't respect me or who are not worthy of respecting. So there are people, they say mean things and they never really say sorry to you. If a simple sorry is said, you can forgive and move on. But a lot of people, they don't even realize they're doing this. Okay, so I'll give you a small example. Sometimes, in our community, a lot of members are there. I really rarely nowadays call people brothers quite quickly because I observe people. I have had bad experiences, so I stay away from people a little bit. I don't. Many people ask me personal questions. I don't respond to them. I don't like people ask like, "Where do you live? How much do you make? And what do you do? Where do you do with your family?" And I know like these are complete strangers. Why would I tell them anything? They don't have a right to ask me that. So I just completely shut them down or ignore them. So if I feel something they ask as an innocent soul, like let's say Joy Bhai, like brother, where do you get a haircut? I don't take offense. I just say, yeah, I cut my own hair. Just example. But my life, my rules, like the how I live. I'm not the richest guy. I'm not the poorest. I'm somewhere in the middle, and I'm happy with everything. Challenges, physical problems that I have. Despite everything, I say thank God because I'm still alive. I'm still rolling. I'm still being able to, live my life. I'm doing a lot of things. I'm getting a lot of things by grace of God. I have no complaints. But, there are certain people, I've been nice to, and I thought they were nice people. Hear me out. I thought they were nice people, and I thought they were respectable. I could count on them, trust them, and I believe that they would never ever insult me, mistreat me, or do something that to disappoint me. But small things here and there, it's okay. But knowingly, someone would try to give me orders. This is what I don't like. I don't like people to come and tell me do this. There was a time I was a student, right? Obviously, and when I was doing my masters, I think I used to work under my senior brother. Means not brother, elder brother means like senior, as also fellow Bangladesh. He used to work for NGO, and he gave me a job part time, like to write proposals and stuff, just like office, normal office job as a part time. They said give me I think 1,000 or 1,500 ringgit. That's like $300, I think, around. Okay, yeah, around $300 per month. So it is okay. Of course, as a student, you go like wow. But once I got that job, obviously it's not a full-time job, or it's not under contract. It's like like a part-time job. So I used to do my job. I did not understand job very well because proposal writing, it takes time to understand. So I was under training. After 1 month or so, the second month, and the guy asked me like, hey, go to embassy and get my passports done or something by today. I said, it's a procedure of 1 week. How can I get it done by today? He said, you are, known to embassy people, like them, and you go there all the time, and your father is like, friends with embassy people. And why do you think I kept you at job? And that's the moment I realized how manipulation works. Hope I made my point clear, right? This guy gave me a job, obviously as a favor, but I was working, I was doing their job. I was doing all the stuff that's required from me, even though I don't understand everything. But that was not part of my job description, that I have to go an unfair way. I have to do favors for them because I'm working for them. Then I said, brother, like, very well, like how I am with embassy people, they are like my uncles or my brothers. So I have a different relationship with them. I cannot go out there and, ask for favors like this. They will not like that. And he said, then what are you good for? And I immediately left the workplace. I worked for 1 month, 8 days. Okay, I received payment for 1 month, and the next month, 8 days or so, I said, I left a note. I said, I don't need my salary for 8 days, and I quit. And thing is, like, maybe I'm stupid. Maybe you will say like, this is how the world works. You have to be tough and you have to sacrifice or negotiate. I believe in one thing: not everybody has to be same. It's your point of view. Perhaps you'll say this is how corporate world works, but sometimes a lot of our market, a lot of our sellers tell you hype this up, and they give me orders like review it right now, or hype this up, give it 10 out of 10. I say, because I don't work for them. This is why it's important not to be anybody's slave, not to be on anybody's paycheck or payroll, because at point you have to sell your soul, and you cannot be your own boss, and you have to be a sort of slave and do as ordered. And that point, sometimes you do a lot of bad things, you have to lie a lot, you have to do a lot of bad decisions which you regret later, and you lose your self-respect, and you also lose respect from people. People will not trust you. This is why I made sure I worked so hard, and then I even sometimes made losses every month, but I never ever wanted to work for anybody anymore, because people can take advantage of you. So always keep this in mind. If your job or anything requires you to do unfair things or favors, that is not a good healthy environment. Maybe you need that job, but don't go for it. Don't sign up for selling your soul. Okay. the these trade-offs are usually always breaks your backbone, and you at some point you'll not be able to respect yourself, and you cannot live with yourself if you're a good person. So I sort of am my own boss. I'm very proud to say that, because I work on YouTube, my small little page. I'm very happy. Maybe I don't make as much money as many of the other ones, but I do not manipulate, I do not lie to people, I do not work as a middleman or agent to manipulate people, like, you need to get this is life changing. If you are seeing me ever doing this, that will not be me. Okay. Many reviewers do that, many influencers do that. They know very well, if it's a 7 and they give it 10, they know they gave extra 3 because they lied. And if you lie, there's just nothing left, and I have nothing to say. Maybe people are different ways, but I know many reviewers, many people who are still, their dignity is intact, and they will never negotiate with quality or self-respect or their dignity, right? So if you live by that code, you'll be happier. Maybe you'll be lonelier, like more lonely. You don't have that many friends because you're not a sweet talker, you do not do favors. But at the same time, you'll find peace that you did not negotiate bad things. You do not feel scared, because when you do bad things, you always be scared that you've stolen something, or you lied to someone, or you deceit someone. You'll never be very how to say courageous person. You will always be scared to be speaking, always try to hide and run away, right? So I think that's not the goal of the life, but in the end, people ruin good things. So do not let people take control of your life. Always have your control. Have the 20% of the space in your life that nobody can disrespect or step in your comfort zone and try to use you, or try to control you. That point you will find a lot of discomfort in your life. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and just wanted to share this because I'm a little bit disturbed by something happened recently, but I'll overcome this, because people are people after all. They are not angels, right? They make mistakes, and people are not everything, right? Have a nice day. See you soon. Bye bye.